Hey guys, what's up? It's Andrew Santowski. I'm giving you my UFC Fight Night Dern vs. Rodriguez official predictions. This is Saturday, October 9th, 2021, and this event takes place today in about 4.5 hours at 2 p.m. start time. Prelims start at 2. Main card starts at 4. And this fight card is down to 9 fights now, which sucks because that's not a lot of fights, but hey, any fights are better than none. It's also known as UFC Vegas 39. It's taking place in the UFC Apex in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I am excited for this card, guys, even if it only has 9 fights. First fight up, men's lightweight division, we have Charlie Ontiveros against Steven Garcia. Odds are crazy on this fight, man. I mean, Steven Garcia minus 310 favorite on 5 dimes. The comeback on Ontiveros plus 280. Ontiveros is dropping down to lightweight. He fought Kevin Holland at middleweight in his last fight, so he's dropping 2 weight classes. Guys, I'm going Ontiveros here, man. Steven Garcia shouldn't be a minus 310 over anybody. It's a lot of disrespect on Charlie Ontiveros here. He's kind of a first-round finish guy going off his record. And I'm going to pick him here, man. I'm going to pick him to win by knockout. I like underdogs. And when you're betting on low-level fighters, being in the UFC or not, I'd rather side with the underdog than a guy that's minus 310 when I don't really think he should be. So my pick will be Ontiveros here by knockout. Next up, we have a low-level women's strawweight fight between Lupita Godinez against Sylvia Juarez. And I'm going to go with the late replacement Juarez here. She's 10-2, 3-fight win streak, and she brings it, man. She's got a lot of finishes by strikes. Godinez, she's coming off a split decision loss to Panay here. She has a win over Denopolis before that. Again, she's a minus 280. Does she deserve to be it? I mean, I think she's just kind of that because she was training for a fight, and she has a UFC fight under her belt already. But I'm going to go with Juarez here. Plus 255 dogs, a low-level women's mixed martial arts fight. I think it's going to be a close fight, man. I think Juarez is going to bring it. Don't know what her cardio is going to be like, but I'm gonna side with her. Charles Rosa against Damon Jackson. The odds on this fight originally opened Rosa minus 180 on 5 dimes, which is crazy, or on Bet Online. And the odds are currently minus 205 for Jackson. And so that's a huge flip of the lines. I'm going to side with Damon Jackson here. I think he trains with Fortis MMA, former Greg Jackson guy, I believe. Coming off a loss to Ilya Topuria before that, back in December. No shame in that. I think he's just going to get takedowns here and just control time. You know, and I think his submission game's a little more dangerous than Charles Rosa. I have a lot of respect for Rosa here, man. He's hung in the UFC for a while. He was out with injuries. So this kind of, you know what you get with him here, man. This might be a loser leave town fight. I'm going to sign with Damon Jackson here by decision. Alexander Romanov against Jared Bandera. Man, I love heavyweight fights. And this is a good one here. Romanov, man, he's a surging heavyweight talent. Man, I mean, I was kind of skeptical of this guy when he made his UFC debut, but, man, he's shown that he belongs. Beat Juan Espino, which I like Juan Espino too, man. A great submission talent. And Romanov showed that he can go to a decision. He can go all 3 rounds, which I liked. Beat Rogerio de Lima. Beat Roque Martinez. I mean, just, you know, then he tore up the Eastern European circuit before he even made his UFC debut. And he's going up against Jared Bandera here, who surprised a lot of people in his last fight back in May when he just put a volume clinic on Justin Tafa. Lost to Sergey Spivak before that, but Spivak's a pretty good fighter. Beat Harry Handsucker. I mean, look at the odds on this fight. We have Romanov as a minus 500, plus 430. So I think the odds are definitely off on this fight, but I am still going to side with Romanov here by first round knockout. But I am excited for this fight, man, no matter how it goes. Chris Gutierrez against Felipe Colares. Gutierrez has shown, man, he's one of the best leg kickers in the game. 4-fight win streak. Beat Andre Ewell. Had a draw with Dern, man, which he just looks very sketchy in that fight, man. He hasn't fought a high-level talent, man. Colares, he's at least fought Montel Jackson, you know, and lost. But, I mean, he made a comeback in that fight. But he took a lot of damage, beat Luke Saunders. And I'm going to go with Colares here, man. This is a striker versus grappler fight, I think, in my opinion. I'm going to side with Colares here. The odds are way off. Gutierrez minus 225 favorite. Colares plus 2.5. Like I said, man, respect the underdogs in this game. Like I said, Gutierrez could TKO the guy possibly or win a decision. But I'm going to side with Colares here, man. Maria Agapova against Sabina Mazel. Like I said, two kind of low-level women's flyweights that have kind of been disappointing, man. There's no way to put it, man. Mazel had a lot of hype on her in her UFC tenure, and it really hasn't paid through, man. She lost to Morose in her... I mean, that was an eye-opener 2.5 years ago when she fought Morose in her UFC debut. And Morose is a good fighter, highly underrated. Beat Dobson after that, Aldridge, Kish. She has some, but I mean, a lot of those were comeback fights, man. The Aldridge fight was super close. She had to come back and knock out Kish. She was on her way to losing. Lost to Alexis Davis up at bantamweight. So she's got a lot to prove her, man. She needs to fucking take the weight cut serious. She needs to take training serious. And the same thing with Agapova. She's had some club issues and substance abuse issues outside of the cage, according to Marina Morose, who they used to be teammates at American Top Team together. And I think Agapova is training at MMA Masters now. I think she was kicked out of American Top Team. But like I said, she's a female fighter from Kazakhstan. It's a different culture and lifestyle over there. She hasn't fought in over a year. She's trying to get her life together. No shame in that. She's 9-2. And she gassed out very bad in her Dobson fight. So, I mean, this might be a fight where Agapova gets these early takedowns and she just gasses and Mazel just takes over the fight. But like I said, it's really, what do you believe in? You're going to lay a minus 180 on Mazel here, or you're going to take a plus 168 dog in Agapova? And I'm going to take the dog here, man. I just don't have enough. I just couldn't lay any type of favorite juice on Mazel here, man. I'd rather believe that Agapova has turned things around enough where she can pick up a win here compared to believing in the hype on a minus 180 Mazel. But my pick's going to be Agapova. Maybe she can get a submission, but I think Mazel's going to be hard to finish. I'm going to say Agapova can control 2 out of the 3 rounds maybe and beat Mazel here by decision. Tim Elliott against Matias Nicolau in the flyweight division. And I think Nicolao is a guy that is kind of flying under the radar here, man. This guy's got a highly underrated win in Manel Cape, who I think is a really good flyweight fighter. And the guy missed weight pretty kind of bad in his last fight against Ode Osborne. But Manel Cape is a guy to watch here, man. He doesn't throw a lot of volume, but he's got a lot of power and he's got a weird style. And Nicolau was on a nice win streak. I don't think he should have been cut from the UFC or whatever the first time. He's still young, 28. Flyweight's an exciting division. I like this guy a lot. Tim Elliott, maybe this is a rejuvenated Tim Elliott training with James Krause. Maybe he's taking his training a little more serious now than when he was. 2-fight win streak, which is so hard to believe. The guy was looking like he was a UFC washout for a minute. Beat Ryan Benoit and Jordan Espinoza. The win over Espinoza is good. Espinoza just did not pan out in the UFC. I kept believing in the guy fight after fight, but he just kept shitting the bed. So, hey, maybe Elliott can control this fight with his wrestling, but man, I'm surprised the line on Nicolau wasn't a little higher here. It's only minus 178. Elliott's definitely getting some respect here on the betting line. I do like Nicolau. I think he could possibly get a first-round TKO, like a head kick. But I'm going to side with Nicolau by decision, but a TKO would not shock me. Going into the co-main event, this is going to be awesome, man. Jared Gooden did miss weight, but he's going up against Randy Brown. Two guys that want to strike. And I think Randy Brown is a guy that's really found his own, really matured a lot in this game. 31 years old, so he is getting a little older now. 1-fight win streak, great knockout, or one-arm rear naked choke over at Oliveira, but I just remember those guys throwing down. I lost to Luque before that, but I think that was his second time fighting Luque. Am I wrong? Might be. But yeah, him and Luque threw down. Yeah, that was their first time fighting because they canceled the fight. But yeah, him and Luque threw down. Brown's a dangerous guy. I'm going to pick Brown by knockout. I don't know why Jared Gooden missed weight. But Jared Gooden's perfectly capable of turning his lights out as well. Coming off a nice short notice knockout win over Nicolas Stolze in his last fight. Man, that was beautiful. So he's going to bring it. He missed weight. I think these guys are going to throw down. I'm going to side with Brown here, though, my first round knockout. Marina Rodriguez against Mackenzie Dern. It's crazy. I thought more money would come in on Rodriguez here. It's exactly gone the opposite way. Mackenzie Dern is getting all the love here late in fight week here. And what's really shocking to me is everybody's just talking like Mackenzie Dern already won this fight. You know, all the guys that do predictions, all the analysts. It's just like, I feel like Marina Rodriguez is being, you know, completely looked over here, man. And how are you going to say that about Marina Rodriguez, dude? She just went 5 rounds of Michelle Waterson. Yeah, Michelle Waterson got that takedown in the 4th round, but Rodriguez was just busting her up on the feet, man, prior to all that. And Rodriguez survived on the ground. I don't think Dern is going to come and just, yeah, could she sub Rodriguez if she gets a takedown? Absolutely. I don't think it's just going to be like everybody says, man. The later the fight goes, the less gas she's going to have in the tank, the less, you know, the less, more ample she's going to be able to pull off submissions. All that other shit, man. I don't think Marina Rodriguez is just going to get ran through at all. I think she's being severely disrespected on the betting lines. Marina Rodriguez is a great fighter here, and I know people want to anoint Mackenzie Dern. I mean, both these women are exciting female strawweight fighters, but man, people are talking like Dern already won this fight, like the fight's already been determined, and that is very shocking to me, man. I just put some respect on Marina Rodriguez's name. You know, and I'm going to side with Marina Rodriguez here by decision, but she could possibly, I could see a TKO finish for Rodriguez here. All these wins look very nice for Dern. Very nice, man. And if she wins, it won't be shocking to me as well. But let's take a look at the betting lines, man. I'm going to refresh it right here in front of everybody. Minus 185 and 5 for Dern. Minus 200 for Dern. It's a lot of disrespect, man. I'm going to side with Rodriguez here, like I said, by decision. But put some respect on Rodriguez's name here, man. I think Rodriguez is being severely disrespected at the betting window. And I like Rodriguez here as an underdog. So these are my predictions, guys. Here are all my predictions right here on Tapology. Thanks for joining me, guys.